Oh, hey, it's been a minute. So I know last year I did a video talking about Ultimate being 3 years old. And now I want to talk about another one of my favorite Switch games, Splatoon 2, which, funnily enough, as of this video, it's 5 years old. That's insane. A lot's happened in my personal life as well as the gaming community and sphere since then, and that's just crazy to me. Um, I never expected this game out of all things to be another one of my favorites. It's not as high up as like Smash, obviously, or Persona 5 Royal or Mario Galaxy, but it's pretty damn close. Um, and a large part of that is due to just my recent experiences with that game. Before that, I want to talk about, brief retrospective of like when the game came out, what was going on at that time, and my experiences from 2017 to 2022. Okay, let's begin. So 2017, I got this game in August. I was streaming at the time, just for fun. Everyone is really taking YouTube seriously, probably too seriously looking back, sadly. But that's okay. Just playing private battles. I wasn't really great at the game. I wasn't really knowing what I was doing, which is unfortunate. Because I really missed out on a lot of the early Splatfests and events and stuff like that. But that's okay. I've still gotten some enjoyment out of it later on down the line. But point is, love the single player campaign. Always have. Love the Splatoon campaigns. I love the first one. And two especially is really fun. Um, but anyway, I didn't really play much of the game for a few more years. Just skip until 2020. I missed out on Octo expansion when it came out. I missed on the final Splatfest when it came out. I know it's silly. I know I missed a lot, but that's okay. In 2020, I was playing Smash one time, and they had the Splatoon 2 tracks, like the music tracks. I'm like, holy crap, these are awesome. I want to hear them again in game. And then what I did was I finally got the chance to play Splatoon 2 again. And it was a lot of fun. I remember at the time Nintendo was like, well, it's COVID. We're not really releasing all the games. A lot of people were online. I know we're done with Splatfest. Why don't we bring them back? That was one of the best things they have done, unironically, this generation, if not that year in particular. Um, Doing the Splatfest again was a lot of fun. Um, I didn't get to do all three of them, or how many of them there were. I got to do a couple, and those were a lot of fun. And again, I was still okay at the game. I wasn't really knowing what I was doing. Um, I joined the server for a little bit on Discord, trying to figure it out. It just didn't work out. And then 2021, last year, ironically enough, the same year I got into Ultimate, I also got into Splatoon 2. Not as much at the time. Now I've gotten into it a little more. Um, I met these awesome group of friends who I'm still friends with today. Thank you. Updog, Dash, DGO, OrangeJellyfish, aka Other Zach, four of a kind. Um, and yeah, meeting them helped me understand how to get better at this game. That was the big thing when we were first like playing and all that stuff. I wasn't really knowing what I was doing, but I just wanted to get into Splatoon 2. It was like, hey, it's the summertime. I just got back home from college. I don't really know what to do. So I want to get into Splatoon 2. I remember Googling, like, oh, what are the best weapons or whatever. And I just found the Bloblobber, and it just clicked. And compared to, a Call of Duty or Halo, don't even wrong, I love Halo. It's probably my favorite first-person shooter series outside of Metro Prime, like, in terms of, like, the multiplayer especially. But anyway, you can't really find the Bloblobber much else from what I've seen. And that's what makes it fun. It's a bathtub, for goodness sake. But, just using the bathtub and just the idea of just shooting ink and covering the turf and trying to get more than your other teammates compared to, just, guns blazing, killing people. It's just, no. More power to you if you like those types of games. That's not a big deal. But me personally, this game just, really clicked to me as, a shooter game. The gyro aiming alone, I remember when this first came out, I didn't see many other games have something like it. And now I see, the Switch port of Quake, Doom Eternal, Fortnite, all these games now have gyro aiming, and I think there's a good reason for it. I think Nintendo did a great job pioneering how the gyro aiming was functioning, and just, it gives you more room. It kind of reminds me of, a modern-day version of the Wii Remote and Nunchuck on the Wii, especially with, the Metroid Prime trilogy. The gyro aiming alone really makes Splatoon a lot of fun, and it's very, action-based, which those are my favorite types of games in general, is ones where it's, heavily, not so much input, like heavy input based, but more in terms of like the fluid nature of just switching between, like squid and inkling form, shooting and reloading, jumping, super jumping, just strafing around using your special. Like the gameplay flow is just really fun, and I haven't seen a single game that's come close to it, in my opinion, except the Splatoon series. I really hope that Splatoon 3, um, obviously it looks like it's just going to iterate on it, but I really hope that beyond the style of it with the quality of life features, um, customization, I'm really hoping that the gameplay flow is still intact, and it looks like it, which is really great. The new movement options and new specials and weapons and everything look like it's going to be a more fun and also different version of Splatoon 2. But this game is still going to hold a special place to my heart. Um, Mainly because as I was playing it throughout that summer, um, and I don't know if I'll be able to do this in Splatoon 3, but we'll see. I got to S rank in all the ranked modes in ranked. That's insane to me. Like, it took a lot of grinding, and I was playing on a laggy TV at the time. But I was just, like grinding, really trying to get in the game, getting like a good armor set, using the Bloblobber and stuff like that. And then I finally did it, and it was one of the most greatest achievements, in my opinion, that I've experienced in any game outside, like, beating the Pit of 100 Trials and Paper Mario 1000 Year Door or something like that. Um, and now, as of this video, I'm S plus 0 in Rainmaker and Splat Zones, which I'm really grateful for. Um, so, yeah, ranked alone is just a lot of fun. I don't really play as much anymore. I mainly do Turf War and Salmon Run, but that's okay. I'm still grateful for my friends helping me, and also, giving me advice. And just, I feel like if I didn't really give this game another chance, I feel like I may not have ever played it again, or maybe. I mean, I might have like touched Splatoon 3, but probably not as much as I'm going to in the coming future. Um, but in terms of the modes, though, obviously, ranked. In terms of like my like quick ranking tier list, if you will, um, Splat Zones is my absolute favorite. I love Splat Zones. It's pretty much like a more competitive Turf War to me, and that's a lot of fun. And I already love Turf War. Then I'll probably say like Rainmaker. It's a bit frustrating, and depending on the maps, it's okay, but it's also a lot of fun. Then Tower Control. It's a bit frustrating sometimes playing like Arrow on a Mall or more towers. Like, ooh, that's amazing. Like when I see Arrow on a Mall, especially, I'm like, yes, I know it's returning for Splatoon 1. But that alone was it's just a lot of fun. And then Clambits is my least favorite. It's not bad. It's really map specific, where it's like some maps like it's a lot of fun, and other maps are just it's bad. um, you know, but I still got to S rank anyway because it's like Splatfest are down. I already did the single player campaign 100% and Octo expansion almost 100%. What else am I gonna do? Just play Turf War? No, I just got up to ranked. That was fun. Um, and finally, Salmon Run though. Holy crap! Once again, um, I remember first playing Salmon Run like back in 2017. Just didn't click. Like I agree, team and such. It just didn't click. And then obviously me and my friends learning more about the game and putting in the time, and I'm really like this is a lot of fun. The cooperative nature of Salmon Run kind of reminds me of like if y'all remember Firefight from the Halo series. I've only played Halo 5's Firefight or Warzone or Firefight Warzone, whatever it was called. That was fun, but something about the Splatoon version of it was really fun. The different enemy types, the loadouts, the bosses, the maps. Ooh, it's still one of my favorite experiences, especially when you get like an all Grisco weapons loadout or an all random weapons loadout. That alone is just really fun. And I'm really happy Splatoon 3 is bringing that back, because if it wasn't, that'd be disappointing. And throwing eggs alone is going to make it a lot more like fast paced and just fun. You'll get more eggs, more cooperation. Just talking about it, holy crap, it's just amazing. And again, thank you to my friends for helping me get along the way. I'm really grateful, truly. So um, but speaking of campaigns, though, um, I really hope Splatoon 3 kind of as it's iterating based on like the gameplay and stuff, trying to be better. I'm hoping it does the same thing for the campaign. I haven't seen any much of it. or I don't know if they have shown any of it. But point is like hopefully the campaign is still as enjoyable, if not more so than the first two games. I love single player content still to this day. Um, so I'm really excited to see how the single player content will be in Splatoon 3. So yeah. But yeah, I've pretty much done everything in the game that I can think of. It's just, a couple rhythm game mini games and 100% auto expansion, X rank. There's other stuff I can do, but like, you know, even though I've gotten back into this game like kind of late, honestly, like I still found a lot of enjoyment for that game, and that goes to show that at least for me, Splatoon is just a really like well developed and fun game. And those are the types of games I love to play. Is just those heavily action based games. Not so much like heavy inputs like melee or something, for example, but more so in terms of like the fluidity of switching between actions and just how snappy it is and how it just feels intuitive, especially if you've played the game for a while. It kind of reminds me like Mario 64 out of all things, with the different tech, switching between like jumping, long jumping, triple jumping, and that's great. Um, and that's one thing about Splatoon in general that I've really loved is just like the music, the atmosphere, the vibe, the controls, everything just clicks, and that's what makes a favorite game to me. Is just when all the different elements of a game, like you just check off as like, oh, is this aspect of a game amazing? Check, and just repeat that. And that's what make games like Persona 5 Royal, Smash Ultimate, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, just like still some of my favorites ever. Is just like they're so replayable and um, all the different elements just stick with me. Um, like I'm a huge Nintendo fan. I love all the different series, but Splatoon has quickly become one of my absolute favorites, and especially outside of Smash, of course, my favorite go-to Nintendo experience outside of like Mario Kart or Mario Party. Um, so yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about Splatoon 3. Are you excited for it? Are you gonna pick it up? And yeah. I'm excited to get the Splatoon 3 game, the OLED. Oh my god, it's my most anticipated game this year, if not like since in the last 5 years. Like I'm very excited for it. Yeah, and stay tuned, stay subscribed if you haven't already. I'm going to be releasing a video talking about an upcoming game project I'm working on, which I'm really excited. But I can't say too much more than that. So, all right, y'all. Thanks again to my friends for being really helpful at the game, just being just great people in general, helping get better at the game, just and all that stuff. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, talk to you later. Bye.